Go. Hello there. I just want to invite you to join my Periscope right now. If you could invite your followers, you can invite your friends, please, and then also if we could, just take a few moments. Hello, so good to see you as well. Thank you for inviting your followers. Jade Green, Mrs. Pregene, hello there. Let me know where you're from. Hello from Seattle. Yes, sticking together for sure. Hi, Shar. Thanks for inviting your friends, Shar. Hello, Amarillo, thank you. Austin, thank you for coming in. Kokomo, Iowa, Houston, Alabama, Tucson, Toledo, Tampa. Hello from Fort Worth, Springfield, Hawaii. Oh yes, I remember you came to the Seer Institute. That'll happen again in just next week. Sacramento, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Again, just to invite your followers real quick. I think it's something I want to communicate, and we'll call it the day after. In regards to what happened in Dallas last night. There was a movie years ago in the 80s, I believe, and it was called The Day After. It was a movie depicting a terrible nuclear bomb, in America. And I don't remember all the details of the movie. I was young, but I believe it's all staged. Okay. So I don't remember all the details of that movie, but the movie was really about, what happens after, there is, a disaster or something happens, and all the aftermath of that. And not that we are in that depth of a disaster, but, we are in the day after. And so yesterday, I'll have that Periscope actually loaded to my YouTube. We did capture it and we'll put it on my YouTube. And before I go any further, let me just let you know, I'm not going to be Periscoping too much longer. So I want you to move all to my Facebook. I'm going to actually start doing Facebook video. I think it's a better venue than the Periscope. So make sure you move to my public page on Facebook, because this is probably most likely is going to be, I love all the conspiracy theorists starting to flow in here. Come on, people. So I think it's a better venue. So move on to that. I am going to not do the Periscope as much. And the Facebook has the interaction as well. So, and then also if there's an inappropriate comment, I'm going to ask you please all together if you will just tap the inappropriate comment, hit block user, and that way we can keep this venue from being undefiled as much as possible. Okay, so yesterday, I was noticing in like all the feeds, on my Facebook, on the social media and everything, and I was noticing just the grief of people in regards to Alton Sterling and last name is Castile. I believe his name is Phil. I can't pronounce the name, but Castile. And I was noticing all of the, just the grief and the pain and everything that was going along with that. And it gripped my heart. And it caught my heart, and I just saw the wound, and I saw, just what was surfacing with people, and like there was a serious injustice being felt. There was a tremendous feeling that was arising in the African American community, and it hurt me. It gripped me. It hurt me. I felt your pain, and I felt your loss, and I could tell that there was just, it really hit that nerve, when you cry out about something over and over again, and it seems like nobody's hearing, and it just keeps happening, and so anyway, it gripped my heart, and I just, Periscope that yesterday, that I'm praying for you, and I love you, and I want, I want healing for you, and, I'm with you, and I'm with you on what you're feeling and everything, not taking sides or, going, too much further than that. And so then, of course, a few hours later, we saw what happened in in Dallas, of course, a few hours after I, did that Periscope. And, just all the police officers that were shot, and just the aftermath, just what rose up, and what is still a little bit here and there is still rising up in our nation. And so, I was just kind of evaluating it and looking at the whole thing, because I really felt your pain, and I really wanted to acknowledge your pain, and I really wanted to just give voice to it, about injustice, and that justice does matter, and all of that. And it is it is very complicated. It's deep, it's complicated, it's generational, it's all of that. Keep in mind, I come from a cop's home. I grew up with law enforcement all around me, and all of that stuff. And so I get that side of it, but I froze for a little bit. There is that 1% that just goes a little bit, that goes way too far. And we know that with all people, that most people want the right thing, do the right thing. There's always those 1% that go too far. But what was concerning to me, I'm not playing devil's advocate, okay? I just want to let you know that. But what was concerning to me was that that there was really no reaction from my people. And I say that very boldly. There was not a reaction or acknowledgement from my people until after the Dallas thing hit. And I'm not saying that I'm not here to condemn anybody or point fingers or anything like that, but I want to communicate some sense, just give some sensitivity, communication to my people, and to understand what is happening in our nation, what the feeling is, what the sentiment is. And you don't have to take sides to actually acknowledge somebody's pain. Actually acknowledge the pain of a group of people. You don't have to evaluate what was right or wrong, or history or politics or anything like that. You don't even have to bring politics into it. And so I wanted to let people know that we need to take a step before things get out of hand, and actually communicate and acknowledge people's pain, because I noticed that didn't happen until after Dallas, and when suddenly those that I don't know, I'm just saying that there is something that was really, really off with that. And so I just want this to be a lesson to all of us, that we need to have a better acknowledgement when a group of people are in pain over a continual injustice that they are feeling. And so we want to do that, okay? I also want to just let you know that we can't make this political. I know we want it. Some people are making it about Trump or Hillary or whatever. It's not about Trump or Hillary at all. Don't even bring that into it. This is about a racial tension that is a feeling, a sentiment, a history, and we need to keep it there. And we also need to be people of prayer, because we don't wrestle with flesh and blood. And if you think this isn't spiritual, you're wrong. The first place we look to is the spiritual realm. So the first place we go to is a place of prayer, and we invite the peace of the kingdom onto the land. And so that's the first place. And then we do what God says. And that's why I'm on this Periscope today, because I felt that we missed a window of sensitivity. I'm talking to my people. We missed a window of sensitivity to actually go in and acknowledge pain, and actually maybe create a better wall of peace through just some acknowledgement. And so I wanted to say that. And so I just wanted to leave that with you, that now we need to be very intentional to dialogue and let people talk about their feelings, and we need to work through some stereotypes, because like I said, I grew up in a cop's home, so I get that side of it. I also have many friends who are African Americans, and I get that side of it as well. And so right now we're just dialoguing a lot. We're doing a lot of dialogue, just talking through it. And so there you go. So those are my thoughts in the day after, and for people, to be sensitive and to acknowledge what is going on. Okay. All right. So, love you. I'm praying for you, praying for the situation, sensitive on all sides. It looks very clearly like everybody wants this type of injustice to end, and there's a lot of good people on all sides actually wanting all of this to end. And so let's keep talking about that. You'll see a lot of things on Facebook. Let's not, when people are in pain, just let them express their pain. Just let them get it out, and let's work to move forward and be sensitive towards one another. Okay. All right. Love you. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.